So after the match against Real Sociedad, a huge report came out right after, and we do have Helena Condis, who is very close to the sources in FC Barcelona, who has claimed that Neymar wants to come back to FC Barcelona. She has also said that if he is at a good level, Neymar would like to return on a low salary and for free to prepare for the 2026 World Cup. So this is huge news. It's a big deal because, once again, one of the most reliable sources is coming from Helena Condis, who has literally claimed that Neymar wants FC Barcelona. It's strange to hear this because not too long ago, the father of Neymar did say that, oh, we joined Santos not to just come here for 5 months and that's it. We're looking to extend our continuation with Santos. But everything that we have been hearing on Barcelona's side, it does seem like Neymar wants to return. And I do think that it is a good fit for all parties. Barcelona do benefit off of the reinforcement on the left wing position or on the number 10 position. We talked about the impact Neymar could make. It's also going to help him on the individual level. He wants to make it to the World Cup of 2026. That is okay. And at the same time, win trophies with FC Barcelona. So as of now, this is what all reliable sources have claimed so far. Neymar wants to come back. He's willing to come on a low salary. He wants to prepare for the World Cup in 2026. But in Barcelona are also currently analyzing the situation to see if it is possible. And talks have already taken place between Neymar and FC Barcelona. But as of now, there is no final decision. And so we're probably going to have to wait and see what happens by the end of this season, because I'm starting to think that one of the first few signings that Barcelona could make is Jonathan Tah and also Neymar. Both players are going to be coming in for free, and so that is a massive deal. Also, to just put things in there in regards to what other positions Barcelona want to reinforce, Helena Condis has also claimed that Barcelona want to bring in 2 new faces this summer. They want a forward and are looking into Isaac, a player that we have already talked about in the previous video. Go check it out. The second arrival would be off of a fullback, particularly the right flank, and they are interested in Raphinha. So as for this topic here, we're going to be speaking about this in a whole other separate video in a later time. Once I do have a better understanding on who these 2 new faces could be and confirm the interest for Isaac and Raphinha, we'll talk about it here in this YouTube channel. So let's talk about how Neymar would fit at FC Barcelona next season. First things first, I do think that if Joan Laporta does complete the signing of Neymar, it is going to hinder us going for Nico Williams or Rafael Leao, because Barcelona always had that plan of reinforcing the left wing position regardless. Like whether we went for Neymar or not, Barcelona were going to get a brand new left winger that can reinforce that position, because Raphinha does need competition. And so if Barcelona do go for Neymar and they complete the operation this summer, that would basically mean that Leao nor Nico Williams would join FC Barcelona, and who knows what's going to happen in that summer all the way up until the next summer, which is 2026. Maybe Nico Williams does decide to go somewhere else, and the same thing with Rafael Leao. So by summer 2026, Barcelona may not have any options. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what the next season does bring for us. Who knows? Another brand new left winger can come in and introduce himself as one of the best attackers in the world. It's still a very long time from now, so we for sure have to take that into consideration. There is a lot of left wing options for the upcoming summer, and I don't know if Barcelona really want to say Neymar is going to be our ideal one. But let's just say Joan Laporta and Hansi Flick say, I want Neymar. Neymar is the ideal reinforcement to Raphinha. How would that look like? How would Barcelona's squad perform? And so look, Hansi Flick does deploy an aggressive 4-3-3 formation with 3 core principles: vertical buildup, counter-pressing triggers, and defensive width management. We have talked about that in the previous video. And so with these 3 core principles, the Neymar that we do see today does contradict these core principles. Neymar still has creativity and great ball retention. Right now, he does average 3.1 completed dribbles per 90 minutes, which aligns with Barcelona's need for line breakers. But his decline in defensive output, it is something that we have to worry about, because he does average 0.8 tackles per 90 in Brazil. When you compare that to Raphinha, he averages 1.7 tackles per 90 in La Liga. So it does clash with Flick's non-negotiable pressing requirements. So I do believe that they will give him the left-sided hybrid winger position, or a attacking midfielder, which is going to be mirroring Thomas Müller's role under Hansi Flick at Bayern Munich. So he is going to be cutting inside to overload central zones, allowing Alejandro Balde to provide the width. He's also going to be having press breaking duties. He does leverage 89.4% pass accuracy under pressure, which is really good. So he can bypass opposition mid blocks. But I do think that because Neymar is going to be on the left flank, who is not going to be the best presser in the world, somebody like Gavi in the starting 11 with him would make a lot of sense, and he would compensate for Neymar's physicality and really shut down the left flank. So if Neymar were to be on the left instead of Raphinha, yes, we would have much more sprints into the final third, dribbling efficiency, chance creation, but the sprint opponents to move back and defend, it is going to be minimized. Hence the reason why somebody like Gavi would be very important to be in the starting 11. Moving on towards his injury history, we have to be very careful with Neymar because Neymar just went through an ACL injury where he did injure his meniscus and he was out for like a year. I think he got injured back on October 2023 and he barely played with Al Hilal. So if Neymar were to come to Barcelona next season, it is going to be very important for the doctors to make sure that Neymar never does get injured because Barcelona is a team that is very well known for protecting its players today. Look at Pedri. He does not get injured no more. Gavi, it looks like he's at the form of his life. Lewandowski, Raphinha, Lamine Yamal, they all barely do get injured. And that is because Hansi Flick knows how to rotate the players before they start fatiguing. And they also have these incredible doctors that do enhance the players' physicality. Nonetheless, at the age of 33 years old, I believe that Hansi Flick is going to come to one conclusion. When Neymar is 100% healthy, that would still only mean that he should play 30 to 45 minutes per match. That is going to be the ceiling. So he can be deployed as a high impact substitute in tight games or be a starter against low block opponents where we do need creativity, or he could be a cup competition specialist to manage the league load that these players do go through. So there is still very much a role for Neymar to play in. It's going to be very exciting. Moving on towards the financials, because I know that part of the reason why Barcelona is so keen on bringing Neymar and why Neymar wants to go to Barcelona is because many people want to see it and it brings in a lot of income. Joan Laporta is keen on making a huge debut when the Spotify Camp Nou does reopen. And it says here, according to the projections and this data, that if there is no Neymar when the Spotify Camp Nou does open, for the matchday revenue, they're going to be averaging 145 million euros a year. If Neymar were to be included in the team, it would go up by 13%, reaching 165 million euros a year in shirt sales. Without Neymar, they're projected to get around 32 million, while with Neymar, you would get around 48 million, which is a 50% jump. So bringing in Neymar would really increase Barcelona's income. And at the same time, we also have to keep in mind that the wage bill does exist. We cannot just say, okay, Neymar, come in, we'll give you 25 million euros. That's not going to happen. The number one thing we have to take care of first before anything else is Neymar willing to join Barcelona on a low salary? And I do think that Neymar should accept anywhere between 8 to 10 million euros base salary plus initiatives and nothing more. It's going to make him as like one of the, I would say, best paid players in Barcelona, but nowhere near the top three. Nowhere near Lewandowski's salary, nor Frankie, or Ansu Fati, or Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Neymar would rank like in the 6th or 7th place in the best paid players in Barcelona, which is a all-time low compared to what he was getting at Al Hilal, which was 25 million euros. So Barcelona will be reducing his salary by more than 50%. Now, I do want to go back into the sporting tactics, right? Because I do think that there is a way where we can see Neymar, Raphinha, and Lamine Yamal start at the same time with Lewandowski up top. Ideally, to have like the most exciting 11, I would really like to see Neymar as a 10 and to rotate between either Dani Olmo or Raphinha. But when Neymar does play as a 10, I would like to see him between Lamine Yamal and Raphinha and behind Lewandowski. That would be amazing. With these three players playing together, it could work really, really well. Like for example, in phase 1 for the build-up, if Yamal stays right, he'll be pinning the fullbacks, which would allow for Neymar to drift centrally, forming a 3-2-5 formation with Raphinha, with Frankie de Jong, who can progress the ball forward in the left half space. On phase 2, in terms of chance creation, most likely Neymar is going to be attracting two different players, which will free up Raphinha on the far left. That would allow for Raphinha to receive the ball easily, which is what we even see today, and Raphinha can make the crosses into the box. That is very, very dangerous. We're also going to be having Lamine Yamal on the right side, exploiting the 1v1 situations against the fatigue defenders. Now, if FC Barcelona were to lose the ball while they were attacking, let's just say, for example, Neymar loses the ball or Raphinha loses the ball in the final third, this is where the defensive transition is very important. I do think that the first player that should trigger the press, it is Neymar, right? It has to be him, and to go for the ball and try to get the ball as fast as possible. I also say that because Neymar is a player that will be playing central, meaning that we're going to force the opposition to play the ball on the sides, which is where we do want them. We could have Neymar pressing and also Lewandowski, and then we can have Lamine Yamal sit back a little, and the same thing with Raphinha, and form a 4-4-2 mid block to make sure that no opponent does counterattack us with a lot of space behind us. So I really do think it could work. It is not my ideal game plan, nor my like ideal starting 11 with Neymar being included. He's just a backup. I do think that our strongest 11 for next season should not contain Neymar. We need to have more athletic and younger players on the pitch. But overall, Neymar joining Barcelona will not hurt the team. If anything, it will help the team as a connective tissue between Barcelona's youthful energy and his expertise. So let me know in the comment sections down below, would you like to see Neymar at Barcelona next season? And do you see the player being a untouchable starter under Hansi Flick, or do you just see him as a backup? Let me know in the comment sections down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.